Back on the mobile home doing electric work over there, and it isn't the only project we got going. Just got these two cylinders back for this machine here. This one right here in the front, got to put back on there, and this one on top here. I didn't do a video of it because I was kind of in a hurry, and the darn cylinders were in the hydraulic shop for like 3 weeks. He had them done for a week and I didn't know that. There was a miscommunication. When I got them back a few days ago, I put them on, and then I couldn't find the snap rings and some washers that hold the pins on, and finally found them. They're sitting here on this old box fan, and by the time I found them it was starting to rain, so I haven't put them back on yet. I had people working on the mobile home with me. I had a carpenter guy that's doing the framing inside. He was there. The heating and air conditioning guy, I'd been in contact with him. He had come and gone a couple of times, and so we're working on that. Here in where the furnace closet is, we got this floor patch. We had some rot underneath the old furnace, and somewhere on these video clips, I don't know where, but I mentioned that we didn't have enough room for the washing machine and dryer to just be any size washer and dryer. They had to be kind of like minimum size in order to fit in there. And you know how a washing machine will get to dancing and jumping around if it's out of balance, and you don't want it to be that tight against the wall when something like that happens. So we had to take the wall out and move it over about 3 or 4 inches, about 4 inches I guess, or move the spacing over where the wall is going to go. Had to move the plumbing over. You see the bottom of that black pipe, you see a little offset there, that's that fresh green glue on it. I cut that off and moved the pipe over a few inches. That's this white pipe here I had to replace, and this is the feed for the fresh water from outside, from the city water, and there's an elbow under there, and then it comes up. It comes in right outside here, but there's no water service yet. And then it has a valve. I may put another fitting on that so this isn't so stiff. There's a valve that goes on this, and it's just an on and off to turn the water on to the whole house right here. And so the water comes in here and then goes out this one, and then it goes throughout the whole house everywhere that has water. These two here are hot and cold for the washing machine. This I'm going to eliminate. This is a sprinkler. These carpenters and heating and air AC people are working with me, tell me they've never heard of any law that says you have to have that on a house or a mobile home, so I'm just going to eliminate that. So that is kind of what's going on here in the laundry room. The electric can't finish this room yet until I get the closet and the bathroom built. Then I can finish the wiring in there. Here's my panel. I got some new wires ran, got them all labeled what they go to. They go to the other end of the house. And so I got the wiring done in this room. The wiring's done in the kitchen, except for these need to go down inside the wall and get an outlet put on them. Those are 2 dedicated wires for the countertop on this wall here where that mirror used to be. Got a couple of GFI outlets here that are running together. They're not quite dedicated. There's only 2 on that circuit. And we got a wire here for the outlet next to the stove. So other than that, this end of the house is pretty close to done. This room is almost done. All I need to do is the carpenter guy will replace that window with a door, and then I got to put, here's the light switch here, but I need a three-way from this. Take another wire from here up over the top and down when that door gets framed in, so we have a entrance, a switch for the same light here on that side, and then a porch light. So it won't take long to install that once the framing is done. Bathroom is done. Just finished this, the light here, and then this switch here goes to the fan, which is not installed yet, because we'll do that when we put the ceiling in. This back bedroom, I just now hooked up the light to this room, and the light will mount on that light box right there, but that box is basically going to be just a junction box for all the outlets in this room, and then the light mounts on top of it when it's all done, not over it, but you know, it mounts underneath on the bottom of that box. It mounts there when it's done. That's just temporary light fixture. That's not the fixture we're going to use. We've got several of these in the house. They're just temporaries. And then so these wires coming out of that box, all but one feed wire going in. The rest of them are wires that are going down. They're going to go to outlets. This outlet here is already wired in and installed. It came down through there above our new ceiling. That wire that's coming over right there, that's got that little crook in it right there, that's going to go down, and it's going to come down that wall and go to this outlet. That one still has the old 14 gauge wire that's being eliminated, so we'll just feed that wire down the wall and put that outlet back on again. And this wall here is an exterior wall. It's open for repairs, so there's a new wire coming down that wall. It'll go to an outlet and then go across to a couple more over there. And since this wall is exterior over here, of course it has insulation in it, don't really want to booger that up, so I'm going to hopefully get away without putting outlets on that wall. Get two on this wall, two on this wall. Maybe the inspector will let me get away with that. This is the front. This is the street out here. There's my house that I live in over there. There will be carport and possibly a deck of some kind, and at least a carport out here, so I may run a dedicated wire. I've got enough wire here left. This is my third roll, 250 feet, and I have enough left to make one more run from the breaker box all the way down to this end, and maybe put an outlet outside that's dedicated, and that way we can have a place to plug in battery charger or whatever, and some lights in the carport. Plug in a power tool or two, air compressor maybe. So much for the wiring in this house. I think that's going to be a better part of my catch-up video here for the moment. Little trick I use to find out how much wire I got left when I'm getting towards the end of a roll is, you see we've got over a foot wide across the roll. We got about 13 inches wide. You count how many coils of wire are left, and I think I counted about 18 a while ago. Well, you multiply that by 3, and so that is what, like 54 feet of wire plus, you know, extra. And there's plus extra because, you know, pi is a little bit more than one, you know, to 3. It's a little bit more than 3 times your diameter. So that, plus we're 13 inches, not 12, across the roll. So it's safe to say we got at least 54. We got a good 60 feet of wire there. That'll get me easily from the breaker box, which is over there. Breaker box is right there, and that, you know, behind that wall right there. And so that is probably what I'm going to end up doing with that, is running one more length of wire outside. I'll double check my measurements, and then we'll have a but it's got to go up the wall on that end of the house, across the top, and then back down the wall on this end. So I'll double check how much I need for that, and that will be what the rest of this wire will probably end up getting used for.